Hello and welcome to Trails of Cold Steel 2 Part 21. Last time we did a whole bunch of things. We actually did go to the first shrine, and I changed the description from Shine to Shrine because I made that muck up. And I realised that while streaming Persona 3, so that was fun. Anyway, so this time we're going straight to helping out George, who's going to try and create a Tai Chi for Falamar inside of the hold. It's the best we can do in terms of a workshop, so, well. And helping George out will cause the main story to advance. As a result, all unfinished quests will disappear. However, we've already done all that we need to do at this present moment. Actually, I do want to just double check I did report everything. Yep, okay, we reported everything. Right. No, we don't need to talk to him. Right. Let's help. So, Ween and George get to work making a workshop in the hold and proceeding to then trying to work on the sword to at least have something rather than nothing. So the first step is to process the Cimmerian ore, which will reinforce the existing plate, which, you know, definitely a good idea. Because it will take time to make a Tai Chi. That's the thing. It just will. Whereas applying Cimmerian ore to a blade we already have is a stopgap, basically, when it comes to it. So a bunch of working on the sword off screen as we move on to the next day. The 24th of the 12th. In real life, that would mean Christmas Eve. In Trails, however, they don't seem to celebrate that sort of thing. Or at least it doesn't get mentioned. And behold, the new look for the sword. A nice lining to it that will certainly help it become better at dealing with any enemies we have to deal with while inside of Falamar. Uses is correct that it is still a sword that was designed for a soldat, so it's not going to be... So it obviously ain't going to be good enough to, say, fight Crow with, but for now, definitely a lot better than what it could have been. And of course we helped, so by doing stuff off screen, yippee!
Oh, you're all still here.
Before we could go and test out the sword, Toa interrupts.
Toa?
What's wrong? It's not like you to be so flustered. It's terrible. We got an emergency report in from the Twin Dragons Bridge. It's Keldic. Keldic's...
Got an amazing offer right now? I'll happily take it.
What happened to Keldic?
Obviously, no. The ominous music means... Yep.
By the Kreutzer Provincial Army.
That's right. Keldic has been put ablaze, which means all we can do is take a look at what has happened. No, it's not. I guess I'm just warming up for no reason then. That's great. I'll just like, jacket. Fucking I don't even have my ASOS on for once. Nathan's not on. That's weird. Anyway, so of course they said tough for Keldic. A number of people disembark. Now, Eustace and Sarah will disembark with you. However, just select whoever you want. It doesn't actually matter due to the fact that there are no battles to be had in this segment. And now it's time to be all sad. Everything has been fucked over. A lot of places destroyed. A familiar setting changed may cause neurons in your brain to go, no! And fair enough. This is rather saddening. That the Croydon Provisional Army outright attacked an area that wasn't really involved in any form of combat, because it wasn't really a place you could hold military anyway. It was a small rural place that had a market that was known for being a nice marketplace to be at. So we've got objectives along the map to go and do. We can go to the Provisional Army House to talk to the 4th Armoured Division, because obviously they arrived on the scene first. Lulu the cat is all alone now. No, poor little kid. Obviously, first location we can get to is the chapel, where we can actually see the brunt of people who got, well, hurt at the very least. Shame they're generic NPCs, but still nonetheless NPCs to be sure. So there's a chance that this one might die due to head trauma. That's sad. That's actually quite unfortunate. Supposedly Sarah was friends with her. Fair enough. My head actually got all that fuzzy feeling. It's weird. I've played this game so many times. I'm laughing at myself. Obviously, if we talk to Merchant Hines here, he wants Marco to open his eyes. This is a callback to Cold Steel 1, where these two were fighting over the same market space. So, anyway, Rosine is perfectly fine, thankfully, but unfortunately, one of the children won. That's not so good. So, at least there's help, although however little there is.
I hope Louise will be okay.
They seem to have enough medicine at least, but...
Heading over here, we can see the extent of what has happened to the Grand Market.
This is just awful.
All damage. So all these stores are now unavailable. Norton's here to take photos, which just shows the brunt of what the Noble Alliance are up to for anywhere that happens to not have them being about. Going over here, Claire was also here to assess the situation. And they are able to confirm that it was indeed the Noble Alliance's Croydon Provisional Army, utilising their soldats, which just shows, this is just proof of what Rufus said back in the intermission. At the end of the day, yeah, they might not be the best in terms of war firepower, unless you're talking about a Defiant Knight like Ordine or Falamar, but psychologically speaking, considering people usually who are on foot are barely able to keep up with a soldat, we got to finally reminded at the end of Cold Steel 1, it was a struggle to take down one soldat, let alone attempting to have to fight two of them. So, and most likely they also had Jaeger support, which doing shit like this, Jaegers are very good at, so. And now we get the flashback to what Rufus said.
The presence of soldats units on a battlefield makes a tremendous difference. What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility. But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
We're only human. As such, We are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form.
Their objective worked. But it is very much the approach of, well, if we can't have it, then you can't have it as well. And all that. And there is indeed another fatality in a Trails game. And they make mention of Market Manager. If you headed to the Market Manager's house first, then it's like, oh, wait, what is this all about? And you never really... And so, I think I did this the wrong way around, but regardless, they confirmed that Market Manager Otto is dead. But wait, I'm willing to bet in maybe Daybreak 5 billion or wherever they happen to be at in Japan right now. Now, Market Manager actually, Otto is actually some kind of devious mastermind. No, I don't know. If that does happen, then I will eat every shoe I can find. But point is, this is also a good, friendly reminder. This is a fucking war. Not everything's going to be all sunshine and lollipops all the time. Just because we happen to have a giant fuck-off mech doesn't mean shit. Because we can only be in one place at any one time. We can't be everywhere all at once. So, end of the day, just, you can't handle this. So yes, if you go to the Market Manager's house, unfortunately, Otto is dead. Druzhkor Still 2 actually kills people off. And part of me likes that fact. Maybe, and I don't want to spoil Cold Steel 3 and 4, but it means that the stakes are heightened to an extent. Because now there is a case of innocent people getting caught up in it all. People that shouldn't have been hurt has been. Not just we get told, oh, untorn chaos has occurred. We actually see it occur. Well, or the aftermath at the least, in this case with Keldic. At the end of the day, the mission statement wasn't to kill people, it was to instill fear. Someone like the Market Manager dying actually does help in that fear as well. But you can't instill fear if everyone's dead. So, this is just a complete and utter mess, and Duke Aberware should pay for this. With all of our objectives fulfilled, we shall be heading back to the Courageous. Upon attempting to return to the Courageous, cutscene will play as Becky comes off the ship to obviously see the damage as well. Hugo happens to be following. Thank you, Hugo, for at least being there for Becky. We'll see them back on the ship. As for what has occurred, people will pay for this. End of story. Once Becky and Hugo go back onto the ship, they take off. So now we need a plan of action.
Still, this war seems to resemble the War of the Lions more by the minute. History tells us towns were set ablaze all across the country back then as well.
Really?
Well, thank goodness it's only the one place.
Case, yes. Although the situation back then is very different compared to now.
True enough.
This war's been relatively bloodless in comparison, so something
And
like
yet,
this happening is a big
every
deal.
time they talk about the West, it's like, oh, the West, that's a lot more heavier, is going down. Actual fighting is occurring every moment of the day, practically. We can only contact Oliver every so often because he's busy actively getting involved. And yet, apparently, it's bloodless. Well, relatively bloodless, which means, while there may have been some fatalities, apparently there's not been many. So, oh, that's
Still,
lucky, isn't
in
it?
the long term, this is bound to hurt the Alliance's cause more than it will help. That's why I'm finding it so hard to picture that Rufus would give the go-ahead to do it.
I think it's safe to say it was just Duke Alborea doing his own thing. He really seems to hate how Duke Cayenne's higher in practice than him in the Alliance.
I'm sorry, but this is where we part ways.
Eustace is designed to be an idiot.
Captain, please let me disembark somewhere nearby.
What? You can't be serious.
You're not thinking of trying to settle things with your father alone, are you?
Eustace forgets this is Cold Steel, where the power of friendship trumps everything.
You need to take a deep breath and calm down before you do something you'll regret, Eustace. How?
And failing that, that won't be
Don't act like you
necessary.
know the first thing about what I'm feeling right now. As a member of the Alborea family, I have a duty to stop my father. You have no right.
We have every right to interfere, Eustace. This is clearly too much for one person to handle alone.
Let me explain the scenario if Eustace tried to go on his own. Eustace shows up, gets murked by the soldiers outside, and then that'll be all that's left said and done.
Machias is
Sad
right.
news for
We
us,
need to
Eustace
calm
would be
down
dead.
and we need to think this over together.
Yeah, this isn't like you at all.
As your classmates and friends, it's not hard to imagine how terrible you must be feeling right now. But that's exactly why we want to help you. And I believe we can.
We should discuss how to approach this matter together.
That's a Class 7I know.
Still, this isn't a matter to be taken lightly. Your actions could have a profound effect on the war from here on out. If you're going to get yourselves involved, you're going to need to be prepared for the potential consequences.
So we're siding against the Noble Alliance
And I'm sure
again.
you guys know the
Who
deal
cares
with
at this
right?
point?
We fully understand what you're saying. So far, we've tried to keep our interference with the war itself to a minimum. However, what just happened in Keldic was an act of terrorism against innocent civilians. We can't turn a blind eye to that.
You're right.
We're all agreed there. The market manager did a lot for us, both during our field study and when we were.
I can't wait to drive the Courageous into what's the name of the place? The place where Duke Alborea will be. And as we charge the Courageous, we just go for Market Manager Otto out of all people.
I'm of the same opinion. He may be head of one of the 4 great houses, but the Imperial family can still make him answer for his crimes. So please, use my position and this ship however necessary to bring him to justice.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Why, Elfin, do you happen to have a pair of handcuffs
Time to come
somewhere?
up with a sol- We can't allow Duke Alborea to do anything so inhuman ever again.
Thank you.
We have a phone call.
Is there a call coming through? Where's it coming from? Bear with me a moment. This can't be right. It's coming from an airship owned by the Noble Alliance.
How can that be?
They must have sneaked into range. What should we do, Toa? I think I can shake them off if I try.
No, put the call up on the screen.
Enter Rufus.
It's a pleasure to see you all again. Especially you, my dear brother. And Princess Alphen is with you too. Truly, it's an honor, Your Highness.
Gee, who took Alphen? Finformio Rufus. Like, seriously, you should have understood that she'd be there.
Goodness.
Why are you calling us?
I apologize for calling so abruptly. Rest assured, I have no intention of attacking or otherwise harming you. I'm calling because there is information which I'd like to make you aware. Due to the rather sensitive nature of my message, this feed is a private communique from my personal airship.
What could you possibly have to
Does this concern Keldic by any chance?
It does indeed. I imagine all of you have seen what befell the town yourselves. The attack on Keldic was instigated by Duke Alborea alone. We of the Noble Alliance do not in any way...
And spoiler alert, there are people who are associated with the Noble Alliance that will be having to fight anyway, thereby the Noble Alliance still fucking show up regardless. So, that lot of shit talk there by Ruthless. But I guess this is their way of trying to make it seem like, oh no guys, trust me, you are a third side. The Noble Alliance themselves hate what Duke Albuera did.
Huh? Oh, I get it. You want us to take him out, don't you?
Surely not.
The bulk of the Kreutzen Provincial Army is already under my control.
Okay, they'll listen to Rufus over Duke Albuera.
The attack was carried out by a small contingent of soldiers who remain loyal to my father. At present, they've walled themselves up in Aurochs Fort.
Yeah, Aurochs, that's the name.
With the aid of the Imperial Army, you ought to be able to take the fortress without much trouble.
This is insane.
They're not as well trained as the ones who are serving you, so you don't mind losing them, do you? I'm impressed at how cold-heartedly objective you can be, Mr. Chief of Staff.
Bet you'd love it if we ended up killing each other, so you'd have nothing to worry about, huh?
Nothing of the sort, Miss Clausau. Still, there's no denying my father's actions will be a millstone around the neck of the Alliance going forward.
As it should be.
Considering the position I hold, I can't very well publicly oppose him. And that's why I figured I might bring up the matter with all of you. Well, I've said my part. Oh, and Eustace, this is an intensely family-centric affair, as I'm sure you realize. I'm very curious how you'll approach it. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I suppose I'll hope and pray for your success this once, as a sitting member of Thor's Board of Directors.
Nothing like using other people to do your dirty work.
There remains a real possibility that this is a trap.
Still, now we know the Alliance wants something done about Duke Albuera as much as we do. This could be the best chance we're ever going to get to stop him from wreaking more havoc.
I can't allow my father to commit any more of these unforgivable crimes. I will go to Aurochs Fort and apprehend Duke Albuera myself. And it would mean the world to me if all of you were to lend me your aid.
Well, we can only take so many of us with you, Eustace, unfortunately. And Ween's perma-locked due to protagonist, so...
Do you even need to ask?
Of course we will. We'll be with you every step of the way.
And with that, we begin preparations. Violation of a number of Imperial laws. Oh yeah, murder, arson, war crimes. And so the plan of action. The 4th Armoured Division will attack the northern line of defence, thereby having to force the ones more nearer to Aurochs Fort to approach due to the railway military police happen to also be attacking from the south, which will allow the Courageous an opening to get into the fort without much issue. And of course, in the hands of Falmar is the Ceremonial ore lined reinforced sword, which will be needed. And hey, it's a perfect time to test to see if the Ceremonial actually does help out. Let me check. Is the wheel on this chair broken or something? Because I'm just fiddling with something on the seat. Oh no, it's not broken. It's got there's something in the wheel itself. Oh, okay then. Well, that was a waste of time. Oh, and we move on to the next day. Yeah, that's right. The 24th is just a fully more cutscene day. Whoopee! And so the 25th of December, or the 12th month, they don't really have names for the months in this. We'll be taking out Duke Albuera. And of course, we're helping Eustace out in this. So, and thanks V for the reminder of we must avenge Otto! Everyone else in the series doesn't matter. Market Manager Otto, he was the best of us. You bastards! And of course, this will be the test for the weapon that we now have. Although it is still the same type of sword as sword arts, as we said earlier, so but it will help in being able to make a Tai Chi, so Sarah wants to come along with, so us having her in the party earlier meant that she's maybe a bit higher level than normal, and we get to take 7 people. This is important. This is an important bit of info because, trust me, you'll want to make sure Sarah is properly equipped. And we put Laura in the party just because, well, we have a spare slot, might as well put someone in it. Totally not because she'll be with us in a bit later on. So, of course, yeah, we're in the middle of the war and all that malarkey, but anyways, since we are going to be taking Laura, nah, you know what, she'll be in the backup slot. We'll only actually use her in battle if we absolutely need to. We're going to commence the operation. Upon commencing the operation.
Commence final preparation. Depart for the agreed location. Once there, we're on standby until the assault begins.
Yes, ma'am.
Departing for the agreed location. We'll keep watch for any threats from the ground.
Course to the Kortsen province secured.
It's good to do the whole, like, grabbing the student stuff, because they do actively partake in cutscenes like this, and that's kind of nice to hear. It's kind of nice to see. It's just like, yeah, the crew's now becoming more and more for students, and more so, this third faction is legitimately just force, and it's like, yeah, we're the deciding factor. By working with the Imperials the entire time. Still gotta point that out. And so to Orc's Fort we go. We haven't really had any downtime because I want to talk about something that I picked up lately. Damn it. So anyway, yes, battle's going to occur. What's going on? I wish I had a CD drive on this computer. Because I recently picked up Shadow the Hedgehog. And while I can play it on PS2, I don't have a way of streaming from a PS2. And that kind of sucks, because I would love to stream it, just as like a, how bad could it be kind of thing. It's Craig the Word! I wonder if he's Craig the Word because he's ginger. Ah well. Blah, 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 blah. Goes Craig the Word as per usual, and Nightheart is there as well. I still ponder how dangerous it is to be standing on a tank. So the battle lines are drawn. The south entrance, do you read me? Ah! Claire taking commands for the giving order for the RMP. Which means on our side of things, well, nope, we get a cutscene of a bunch of troops going through Briarhard. And so our plan has worked. A lot of troops have moved away from the fort, although there's still a few about, so gotta be a bit careful. Oh, never mind, they're moving away as well. This is gonna free up us from having to deal with them. Yippee. Inside of the fort. Oh, that's not in the bullet. Oh god, okay, well, I saw that out.
Is there still no response from the Pantagruel? I'm afraid not, Your Grace. We've been trying repeatedly, but we've yet to gain contact. The same remains true for Lord Rufus's personal ship as well.
Damn son of mine. Surely he isn't planning on casting me aside. I thought Eustace was the only useless son I had, but I see I was mistaken. Regardless, we must make the best of what we have and repel those intruders. See that my will is done.
Yes, Your Grace.
Meanwhile, over here is Ouroboros, so Muckburn and Duvalie, as it is, lovely as usual.
If I know things were gonna pan out to be such a mess here, I would have.
AKA people who are Noble Alliance aligned.
Remember, we're not to even think of trying to fight in any of this.
And of course, you'd be saying that, Duvalie. Your ass got handed to you by the SSS.
We belong in the shadows, and as such, that is where we shall remain.
And how often Ouroboros then are not in the
Leave
shadows?
the battles that will be recorded in history's pages to others.
You're too uptight for someone whose only job now is to sit and do a whole lot of nothing. Hell, didn't you just get back from Crossbell?
So that's a frame of reference of where we're at in the finale chapter of Shore.
If we're just gonna be sitting around anyway, you might as well relax.
Well,
Meaning the SSS just gotten done getting their asses handed to them by Aaron Road. So that's fun.
This is work.
Note, it wasn't fun. And Scarlet's here too,
Looks like I'm not the only one.
because we still have that hanging plot thread of, well, okay, everyone else besides Scarlet and Crow have died horribly. Will they die too?
It takes a special kind of person to want to help
We'll wait
someone
and
who has
see.
no problem burning his own territory to the ground. Still, as someone whose own life is about to burn out, perhaps this is where I
So
belong.
Scarlet plans to do the same shit that Falcon pulled. Oh dear.
May I manage one last moment of beauty before my flame burns out completely?
Meanwhile, some soldiers are moving along the canyon. And they notice the Courageous flying past.
What's that?
So there are some soldiers still at the fort, so we'll have to deal with them.
Crimson Wings?
Naturally.
This is Alphen Rice Arner, speaking from on board the Courageous. We have come to arrest Duke Alberea on suspicion of ordering the destruction and razing of Keldic. Please surrender peacefully.
Your Highness. Ah! So the attacks on Berea-Hard were merely a diversion?
At least one of them was smart enough to realise.
Back off! The Hessian Knight? Too late!
To showcase how much more powerful Reen even is with just a reinforced sword, he just absolutely murders the fuck out of these soldiers without any bit of combat going on. Yippee! That saves us some hassle.
Reinforcing Valamore's sword with Cimmerian ore made quite an impressive difference.
Their defenses are weak. Now's our chance to rush inside.
Right.
Don't get ahead of yourselves now.
And Scarlet.
That sounds like
New soldier type. A very much more speed-based model, and she's got one of those swords that can. That's like it's like I think that's like a weapon type in like Dynasty Warriors. Like it's like a sword whip kind of thing. This is a high-speed soldier, Castrel. kind of thing, where so it can like so it has more reach. A better example would be the Sword of the Equator in Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's able to do that. So.
Scarlet, is that you?
Not a fan of you suddenly showing up. Oh well. I still owe you for managing to escape from us back at Gorelia Fortress.
I suppose so, but for what it's worth, I just don't care. I don't care about our past encounters. I don't care about the Noble Alliance, and I don't care about what happens to this country.
'Cause I don't care what you think, that's as long as it's about me. Well, while I basically have Fall Out Boy in my head, the cutscene carries on.
I have no reason to want to cling to life. See, punish the man who stole everything.
I feel like God of War 2 could do with what Percent 3 Reload has every time you load up the game of warning, there are depictions of suicide. Because let's face it, purposely doing something that will cause you to be dead no matter what, it's just like, why is everyone always so depressed in the video games I play? Can it be different from real life?
That was all I lived for. Now it's done. Right now I'm nothing but a walking corpse searching for a place to die. That's why I've come.
That's not even the right type of weapon to be a Dark Knight with.
You're the perfect opponent for me to fall in battle against.
I mean,
Just like Viva's. It looks like she's lost interest in living as well.
What a spoiler.
well, you just want to talk, but still, anyway. So yeah, we gotta deal with Scarlet.
Still, you're all welcome to join me if you want. This Kestrel Soldat was designed for pure speed. And I'm going to be pushing it past its limits and flying it straight to hell where V and G await. But there's always room for more passengers on the trip.
For point of reference, Gehenna is...
Decide to join us. Sound fair?
Yeah, pardon me. Gehenna is basically a form of hell. Usually if something is basically pulling itself in from Gehenna, that's usually a bad thing. See Sky the Third and the end sequences of Trails from Zero.
And if you choose not to join, well, that way has its own charms, I suppose.
If it's a fight you want, I can grant you that much. But I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. I won't let anyone else so easily choose to die.
If you think you can stop me, go right ahead and try, Ashen Awakener.
And we enter battle.
This'll be a tough one. Be careful.
So unlike Falcon, who definitely hit us like a ton of bricks, Scarlet here, while not dealing as much damage overall, is a lot faster. So we have to actively do better at our targeting, otherwise she'll just dodge, like she just did there.
My turn.
Now, one thing we can always do, of course, is utilize arts that deal damage. That is one way to be able to deal the damage necessary. Doing this also can, doing something like uses of Chivalry Wounds, of course, lowers her defense. That's kind of useful if we actually do hit. Ooh, now that we actually have hit, we can actually showcase this. Anyway, the Kestrel that is being piloted by Scarlet utilizes agility, and as per usual, the stats of fishes and elemental fishes, there's no point looking at them because they'll be the same regardless as every other soldat. But let's look at this, 260,000 health. That's a lot of health at level 98. We're almost at the point where we're fighting level 100 bosses. Whoopee! Outside of the cryptids. Yeah, the fun fact, the reason why I haven't chosen to fight any of the cryptids yet. Yeah, they're all level 100 plus. Ideally, you don't start fighting them until either near to the end of the game or New Game Plus. So anyway, that was a 2-star. So that probably means we need to hit a different part. Ah, fuck. Well, we slowly get murdered because I'm shit at this game apparently. Was the head worse? Oh, the head was worse. So that means the arm is also... Oh, no. It's a case of the 2-star being the only thing. Ah, that's not good.
My turn.
Well, we're going to have to spare it, unfortunately, because we've already taken way too much damage. So I guess that means we have to rely on... Oh, this is... This fight is going horribly wrong, as we've dealt next to no damage due to the game deciding that we need to get our asses handed to us because she's dodging. Ideally, this is meant to be like a 50-50 chance, I would argue, but apparently it isn't, so oh dears. At least we can deal damage with arts. Although we do have the CP now, so we can give her a taste of her own medicine a little bit. With one attack, that is a waste of CP. I know we got more than that. Just hit! I am getting the worst RNG today. Well, regardless of what we wanted to do, we need to charge so we have the EP. Come on, game, hit!
This is bad.
Please, game!
I'll handle this. I'll help.
If I could only hit because of Morning Moon, then it's... Yeah, right, what you're seeing here is bad RNG. This is what you're seeing here. Poor RNG. And this is why this fight's actually not that good of a fight. If you can get the hits in, then great. If you can't, then because the only part of the body that, because the body's the only bit that actually has any fucking decent unbalance of industry, but she's dodging all the attacks. So it just starts to become a case of what are we even doing here? We're just basically waiting to die. She's finally going for something. Hallelujah. But this also means I'm going to Spirit now, because otherwise we're going to get hit. Actually, no, wait, we're not going to get hit, because we can Morning Moon. I'm an idiot.
My turn.
Right, let's charge. Oh yeah, we should be using Flame Impact and Rush's Slashes as well. Please ignore my stupidity really, but this fight is tedious, I would argue, because you have to rely on other aspects to be able to actually hit, and not a fan of this fight personally.
Gotcha. Let's go. Gotcha.
It's working.
Very well.
Keep it up.
Gotcha. Let's go. Gotcha.
I'll handle this.
So yes, what I was doing was the wrong strategy. I thought I could at least try and hit. Turns out I was just being the dummy dum the entire time. But hey, getting her defense and Nara's defense down quite a lot is definitely quite useful due to her lower health, no, somewhat lower health pool. She's a lot more fair by default anyway, and oh, we don't have enough for that. We are defending.
turn.
I'm gonna spirit.
Gotcha! Let's go! My sword will cleave open the way!
I needed to think a bit better, really. I apologise for that first part of the fight. Me being a dumb. Actually, not if I you know my pipe on for a moment, so I'll get my kitty first. Ah, she's done that strategy of actually being able to do multiple attacks in a row. Right. Very small others. Oh wait, we're into this. How much health does she have? Ooh, not much. Okay, you know what? We've got the CP for this. We will just carry wins. Oh, she's still alive. Oh. Oh well, that just means Luscious Slashing, and that will do the trick. Oh, critical auto cards, which is down enough, so we can do this. Do the Unite action. And with that, Scarlet is defeated.
You didn't do half bad that time.
Oh, fuck off, Celine. But yeah, I could have done better.
He did it.
And Scarlet is bested.
I can see why you were C's classmate. You fought just as wonderfully as he does in his Azure Light. Now I can go with no regrets.
I want to see, you know, part of me just wants to go and make a custom archetype to do like the Divine Knights and whatnot, but then it would just end up being like Guardians, where I just make them equip spells. And that would be bad. As it would. Whilst George is talking, Scarlet blows up and unfortunately takes at least some people of class 7 with her. Oh dears. No, obviously that doesn't happen.
I'm not going to stand back and allow anyone else to die. Not if I have the power to stop it. We're doing this, Valimar.
Acknowledged.
I can just picture Reen being in a hospital and someone dies of natural causes while in the hospital just because they're old or something. And he's just there, just next to the door going, "No! I could have prevented this!" Scarlet is saved from Absolute blowing up in the same way as Vulcan did. So, yay! People not dying horribly.
Reen!
There really is no end to your recklessness. Is that her soldat's cockpit?
Yeah, looks like I managed to separate it in time. I want to check to see if she's alright in there just in case, though.
You put on a good show, Reen. All right, everyone. We're going in.
Right! We need to do this while Dad and the others are keeping the soldiers from the fort occupied.
We'll check if everything is clear inside. Follow when you can.
I will. Take care.
Our objective is to infiltrate the fortress and apprehend my father, Duke Alberea.
Eustace takes the role of
at all times.
issuing the orders.
Let's hurry.
Class 7, Group A, advance into the fortress.
While those lot do that, Reen will check on Scarlet, meaning he won't be with them for a small period of time.
How is she, Valimar?
I detect vital readings from inside. Her life appears to be in no danger.
This should do it.
And inside is Scarlet, none worse for wear.
Why did you have to? I was so close to being reunited with them.
Who would want to hang with Gideon anyway?
Sorry, but I wasn't about to...
Now Falcon, fair enough, he seemed like an upstanding chap.
I can't pretend to know everything about the life I led. But based on what I do know, I don't think it's okay for that life to come to an end like this. Accept justice for what you've done, and then find a way to atone for your crimes.
You really
Boo,
are
we've
so-
caught ourselves a prisoner of war.
Looks like she passed out. Still, I'm glad I made it in time.
Same here.
Suddenly, Crow.
It's Ordine!
How long have you been there?
Oh, how cute. Did you come because you were all worried about your friend?
You got me. Still, I wasn't expecting you to try a bet with stakes quite. Did you even stop to think for 1 second about what would happen if you got caught in that explosion?
I wasn't thinking at all, to be honest.
Green admits that he has 0 brain cells.
Still, if I can't win a bet like that, what chance do I have of winning against you?
But with a question like that, he probably has at least 1 or 2.
Right, Crow?
Fair enough. Well,
Decent
thanks.
logic there.
Oh, and reinforcing your weapon with Cimmerian ores, not a bad idea. Just know that you're gonna need to do more than reinforce some old sword to match
That
up to
much
what
we knew already, but okay.
So, you know, keep working your way through those trials. Oh, and that was some fine work you did making it, George. Can't wait to see what the final product looks like.
I think you'll like what you see.
As for the two of you, Toa and Jump, looks like you've really gotten the hang of flying that thing. I don't think there are many students out there who can learn to handle a cutting-edge cruiser in a couple of weeks. You two are nuts.
It was nothing. We can't afford to take forever getting used to a ship when we've got a troublemaker like you to bring home.
Just you wait. You'll be coming back to us. I promise you that. And I hope you're ready to be on cleaning duty until graduation. And
Yes, Toa, punish him with cleaning. That will show him.
If you think you can do it, go right ahead. You still got a long way to go before you can defeat me. But I ain't gonna complain if you actually pull it off.
Okay, time to get back to work. Your classmates must be waiting inside for you by now. You should go after them.
We'll get Valimar back on board the Courageous and keep watch here. You can count on that.
Good luck!
Thanks. We'll be back soon.
And while this thrilling cutscene was happening outside of the fort, meanwhile, at the same time, the people that you chose, plus Eustace and Sarah, make their way into the first room of Orcus Fort. Although we were able to be... Nope, and here come the Aegis. Obviously, we never actually were able to access the place back in Cold Steel 1, but now we do in here, in Cold Steel 2. So,
It isn't the Northern Jaegers.
Northern Jaegers. Oh, God. They'll have Yorkshire accents. No, alright, no, Northern for Samoria.
Not with you.
Afraid that's not gonna happen. We have orders to take you into our custody, Eustace Alberea.
And for our homeland of Northumbria, we intend to do just that.
Just because North is in their country's name, which... Wait, where's Southambria for that matter then? It'd be like if there was in America a North Dakota but no South Dakota, or South Carolina but no North Carolina. It'd be weird, wouldn't it? It's just a train of thought.
Some things just don't change.
Sarah Valentine? I wasn't expecting to find you accompanying our target. I was aware that you'd made quite a name for yourself as a bracer by the name of Purple Lightning.
And by name for herself, she was so good that Ouroboros had to distract her so she wouldn't get involved in the plot of the Sky Games.
But I see the rumors about you becoming a teacher at that academy were also true.
Sarah.
Do you know them, Instructor?
Yeah, afraid so. We go quite a ways back. I don't intend to tell you that what you're doing is wrong. There's no doubting that the money you raise is vital to the people back home. But right now, being an instructor to these kids comes first. And Erebonia, not Northumbria, is my home now. So I don't care who it saves. I'll show no mercy to anyone who dares to burn my home to the ground. I'll make damn sure you can never do anything like that ever again. So let's go. I'll take all of you on.
She might be tough, but do you honestly think you can fight us by yourself?
You don't have to fight alone.
This is crazy.
You can't fight a high-ranking corps like that by yourself.
I won't allow it. We'll help.
Nuh-uh.
Sarah put his... Well, no, maybe not. No. So it's designed to do things all on her own. The stupid idea there.
It's time for me to settle what I failed to do 6 years ago.
Very well.
It's time to make you regret turning your back on your homeland and leaving us.
Let me show you why I'm called the Purple Lightning. Off we go!
Sarah has an epiphany which allows her to use the S-Craft Northern Limits, which is a 4 West 100% chance of, well, potentially, of fate in terms of strength, and that's quite nice instead of Plasma Storm. Also, she has 200 CP by default for this fight, which is good news, so that means Northern Limits will do this. Or at least I hope that is the case, because Northern Limits, her new S-Craft! And unfortunately, this bit is very RNG heavy as well. As you can see, with the way that it works, means that, theoretically speaking, the insight should help her be able to dodge a lot of the attacks. Yeah, there is a chance that even on more normal difficulty, she just gets her ass handed to her.
Impossible! Curse you!
Okay.
Impossible!
Thankfully, we actually didn't die horribly, which is good, because that can happen even on normal, as it did happen to me before on the first playthrough. But anyway, do this. Wayne arrives just as Sarah finishes the battle in gameplay wise, but in cutscene wise, well, definitely beating back some of them, definitely not being able to steal all of it.
Completely alone. Unbelievable. It looks like you've grown even stronger since your days in the Corps.
That's right, Sarah was a Jaeger at one point.
Well, is that all you got? Go on! Fight me! I can take it! So try your luck as long as you want!
You're serious?
Sarah, it's okay.
What's come over you?
I've had enough. I see no point in wasting any more time fighting with a wounded lioness.
This battle's dragged on long enough. I think this is time to walk away.
Our contract with the Kreutzen province is hereby complete.
Are you allowed to simply abandon your contracts like that?
We've worked enough for the money we've been paid.
Oh.
We're not in the business of doing unpaid overtime.
Farewell, Velastar. We may meet again, but it won't be during this war.
Bye, Northern Jaegers. We'll see you in Cold Steel 3.
We're withdrawing. Disperse and make your way to the agreed location.
Yeah.
And for those that happen to be trying to do things by time of defense, I guess the Northern War anime. Apparently that was a shit anime. I've never actually watched it.
That could have gone a lot worse than it did.
Indeed, and it was all thanks to the complete and utter lack of sanity of our loving instructor.
But we'll talk more about the Northern War when that is relevant.
Where do they get off calling me a wounded lioness anyway? I'll show them a lioness, the bastards.
Well, before Sarah decides to mull one of us and leave us for dead.
You guys hadn't seen me that way. Didn't want you to know my background either, but not much I can do about that now.
So you were just like Fee?
Yep. Once upon a time, I was a Jaeger too.
Man, if I had a party member in Cold Steel 1 and 2 that happened to be for a Jaeger, for every a nickel for everyone, I'd have 2 nickels. Strange. Yeah, it's not much, but it's better than some twice.
A member of the Northern Jaegers, to be exact. That was 6 years ago, before I became a bracer. During my time there, I ended up being saved by Colonel Beatrix. That was what led me to break out of the group.
What? I knew about it already, but it wasn't my place to talk about it.
I got all that from the ID ages ago, of course.
Damn you, Milliam.
Guess you have your fair share of burdens to shoulder like the rest of us.
All this was a long, long time ago.
And Sarah's bleeded out. I know, she's dead. Never mind. She's alive, but still, point being.
You've contributed more than enough already. Leave the rest to us.
And this is why your party was allowed to be temporarily more members.
A little overboard in that fight. But you know what? It paid off. You won't need to worry about Jaegers on your way to the Duke now. You should still be somewhere in here. Find him and do what we came to do.
Shame, because I would have quite liked having Sarah for some of the fights coming up. Ah, well.
Let's go.
We'll have to do with what we've got and carry on into the dungeon. Whoopee. So Sarah is now out of the party and it's just sat there. Everyone else is now ready to go careening. Unfortunately, I think Sarah keeps her gear, so... Oh, no, she doesn't. Oh, sweet. Okay, we'll put some stuff on... Oh, yeah. Oh, no. We'll just put some stuff on Laura so she's more usable. And into Orcus Fort we go! Behold, the map for the first floor. There's a lot of things we need to do, including fight mechs.
Hostile spotted. Beginning combat.
Let's move.
Nothing we haven't fought before, so...
My turn. Here I go.
Right. Arcus activate. Hut.
My turn.
My turn. Done. Relax.
A matter.
I've only just begun.
Laura now has True Earth Cleaver, an improved version of Earth Cleaver. Nothing else to be said about that. Down this small hallway, some crates. We managed to get some more stuff out of it. And now for the theme of this dungeon. Gates. Portcullises, if you will.
It's a portcullis for defense. We'll need to find some way around it.
AKA, there will be switches that we'll be able to flip to open them. At no point do we need to close them, so yeah, just opening. very well defensed.
Advantage is ours.
Here I go. Now! There! You're finished!
I'll handle it. Eliminating targets.
My turn. Know your place.
It's my turn.
Right. Let's see. They're both frozen. Okay, good.
Hey!
I'll just murder them now.
Here I go.
My turn. Done. But we can't relax yet.
Inside here is an enemy.
Let's move. There! Ha! Now! There!
Oh, we missed on that one.
I'll handle it. Eliminating targets.
I'll handle this.
It's my turn. Now's our chance.
You're done.
You're finished.
Cool. We won.
More than cool. We were great.
No idea why the enemy was specifically guarding a room with some crates, but well, what can you do about it? Best to keep all avenues of defense well defended.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Let's move. Second form. Gale! Now! Use this, let's do it!
I'll handle this.
My turn. Eliminating targets.
My turn.
Okay. Ha! Now's our chance.
You're done. My turn. Got it.
I'll back you up.
It's over. Cool. We won.
More than cool. We were great.
I'm awesome.
In here is a chest containing a courier bomb. And then in the next room is nothing besides a crate. Destroying it there does nothing this time, but RNG could have been in our favour at a different time. But now we're a bit of a crossroads. In fact, there's not really much of a crossroads, it's just a slight detour to get to a chest. Nah. Well, we tried.
Here I go. Got it. Follow me.
Leave it to me.
Let's move. Second form. Gale! Now's our chance. There!
Very well.
Now! Got you! Great!
Flame Dragon!
Success.
An upgrade form of the previous thing that was there that did the thing. So, yeah. Lovely descriptor, I know. Why, it's some of these doggies! The Kaiser Dovenges. Oh boy, they can be effective for a lot of stuff.
Second form. Gale! Now!
You can miss. That's fine too.
Okay. Here I go.
Let's try and stuff, boy. Yay, you get on one.
handle this.
Right.
What's our weaknesses? Oh, I don't really have much. Just don't try using. Just don't try using water on them. Well, I need to hide it. It's going fast.
Let's keep going.
That should suffice.
Otherwise, I'll just keep snacking on them while playing games.
My little eye. The
Cast 2, we're putting that on someone. Who do I use casting on? Oh, Elias already has one. Elliot also already has one. We don't put one on the main. Okay, no one on here in my party actually needs it. Yay! Okay, so we can't head this way because there's portcullis in the way.
Another one.
This alcove is kind of dumb and just allows us to an enemy. There is an enemy there, but we can probably just actually, yeah, we can distract them a little bit, and then never have to fight them. Haha.
Enemies ahead.
My turn.
I'll handle this. Know your place.
Now, got you.
My turn.
It's my turn.
So one thing I was saying earlier was that I got Shadow the Hedgehog recently for PS2, and I got it for about £6, and for £4 I got Sonic Heroes, which was more of a nostalgia buy. Sonic Heroes was, I think, possibly was my first Sonic game, and I quite like the structure of using the different ways of getting across the level, whether it's through flying, using pure power, or using your speed. There's Sonic after all. And really just makes me think that I stayed away from Sonic discourse because, well, I didn't care. Oh no, a bad game, I just won't play it. Like Sonic 06 as an example. A game that is regarded as a very bad game. Trouble is it bad in its own way, or is it just the case that it was a buggy piece of shit? It was a buggy game, where there were a lot of bugs apparently. And that's what I'd say about something like, say, Cyberpunk. Is it a bad game, or was it just a case of it being broken at launch? I guess that is a sign of badness if a game has lots of bugs in it, but then there are games that are known for being buggy that end up being like popular games that people actively enjoy playing. And sometimes it's the bugs that make or break it. Inside this monster chest there's a bunch of enemies. Crucified actually wouldn't be the wisest choice, but we have a Seal Arts, so the Mike Cypher do. Nah, we didn't get a KO. Oh, that was worth a shot.
Know your place.
Yeah.
Now,
let's burst.
we'll finish this together. Right,
leave it to me.
I'll handle it. Here I go.
I'll back you up.
And they're all frozen, so they're going to die horribly anyway.
Now, there.
It's my turn.
A very simple monster chest compared to some of them in this game.
Alright, let's keep going.
More level ups, Miriam to level 94, Laura to level 90. And inside this chest we get the super rare Hellfire Quartz. Let's see, is it better than... Ah, it's not related one. With plus 100 to your EP and plus 10 to arts, you also get access to Flame Tongue, Volcanic Rain and Flare Bomb Fire Arts. How lovely. Well, not so useful on any of the people in my party right now, either due to the fact they've already got SR quarters I would rather have them have, or just overall just don't have the slots. A bunch of separate from this chest, so okay, we'll probably equip Hellfire onto someone. Oh, probably Amber, because we have to have that for the shrines. Workers Fort, second floor. And what's that at the end of the map? Why, it's a third floor! Fuck! So yeah, we've got a lot more to go through.
Father's gone completely on the defensive now.
And
but every defense has its flaws.
Meat on that, because that's one of those thingies. But we can just evade it for the moment and go into this vent to get to a chest. Lovely design of your dungeon here, Falcom.
Must we really pass through here?
If we want the chest, users, we do.
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise? There's a treasure chest.
Chrono Burst, that is not worth it. Actually, no, Chrono Burst has its use.
That one's gonna be a pain.
Watch out! My turn. Burn to ash. Fall! Now's our chance. There. You're finished.
Okay.
I should probably check. Is it that verbal? No, it's not.
Eliminating targets.
I'll handle this. Know your place.
It's my turn.
Okay, no real element of efficiency issues, so...
Okay.
Try this.
My turn.
Oh, we have a quit. Perfect.
Burn to ash. Fall! Now's our chance. There.
My turn.
I'll handle this.
It's my turn. Hut. All right, let's keep going.
Done. Scoochy, scoochy, scooch.
Oh god, we got the Scoochy one. Ah! It was bound to happen.
I spy with my little eye. The
Tool! Not really that useful to have at this very second, thing as we are actively using it. Having this port colours just means we can just walk our way around instead of using the fent, but actually no, this way's probably best. Oh god damn it. I was having to scoot by.
Here I go.
Ah, 1 out of 3.
Let's move. Second.
No, I have to get out of distance away.
Now's our chance. There. You're finished.
Very well.
Now, got you.
Are you sure we should be going up against that thing?
Well, we're not.
Hostile spotted.
I definitely attacked it, you stupid
Here I
thing.
go.
Woo! All of them at once!
Done. But we can't relax yet.
Great.
I've got it.
Loads of level ups. Whoopee! And now into this vent to get to the next part of the area.
Bum. Ba-dum. Ba-da-dum bum. Ba-dum.
Robots. Fuck fighting some of these enemies, I don't just can't be bothered.
That treasure chest
Inside
looks really
this chest is a HP 2. I am happily going to employ it to be on someone. That's not me getting rehazard. Elliot, you can have more health. Anything else to wait other than, oh no, that was just backtrack us again, so. We're breaching the defenses one step at a time. And now we're in this bit where we have to take a vent, not a chest, although there are chests still to claim.
Must we really pass through here?
You're in my way. Here I go.
My turn. Know your place.
This is it.
Okay. Here I go.
Oh, we missed the soldier completely.
Now.
I'll get you up. It's my turn.
Oh, he's gonna heal the fucker. I can't stop it. Still frozen dazed, so we can't do shit also. Wastes our time really, if anything.
Okay. My turn. Done. But we can't relax yet.
Oh, Wash 2! That's an improved version of Wash which will deal more damage. EP Charge 4s! We're getting EP Charge 4s now! That shows what stage of the game we're at. And then there's that switch there, that'd be it pretty much. Tons of switches needed to be able to backtrack or to go elsewhere. So other than that, there's this room here with a chest with some new materials. They got stuck in a corner.
Made it.
You're cornered now, Father.
Ooh, I didn't save. Ah well. Of course, the only thing between us and Duke Albuera at this conjunction, McBurn and Duvalie.
Useless! Duke Albuera, Ouroboros.
I need to adjust myself a bit. My ass is getting a bit. This is what I mean by I don't know how some people do like 8-hour streams. Do they just have like the most comfortable chairs in the world or something?
Long time no see. Where'd Purple Lightning go? Pretty sure I saw her with you when you entered the fortress.
She was with us, and then she chose to have a sit down.
She can't make it, I'm afraid.
Oh, how did you even make it here? What does that terrorist and those Jaegers think they're doing?
We beat up Scarlet, and the Jaegers left
The Northern Jaegers left.
The Noble Alliance has completely turned its back on you. You have nowhere left to run, Father. Please, surrender with good grace.
How dare you speak that way to me? Who do you think I am?
An idiot.
I am the head of the House Alborea, the ruler of the Kreutzen province, and one of the 4 great houses.
Sure you are.
Your status does nothing to excuse your actions. No.
The market manager lost his life because of you.
Damn you, Duke Alborea. We shall be crying our songs. The ballads of Otto shall carry forth for decades to come. And it was you that robbed him of his life.
Silence! The people in that pitiful excuse of a town willingly sat back and accepted an enemy force squatting in my territory. This country's future is as a nation ruled by
So you proceed to commit war crimes.
Those shameless fools have no place in it. How is that beyond your comprehension?
Father.
We've talked enough. Let's get this
Well,
done.
let's just punch him in the
We're
face.
still out fighting, so we've got to get our part of the job done too.
Oh, aren't we overconfident? Do you honestly think it will be that simple? Lord Rufus may have chosen to abandon his father,
Good for him.
but until we're told it is no longer necessary, we will fulfill the mission we have been given. I suggest you abandon all hope of victory, for we will be your opponents.
Interesting theory there, Duvalie. But you forget who you're standing next
against
to.
both of them at once.
Nah, I'm good.
McBurn decides to dip.
Excuse me?
Can't deny I'm a little interested in what that black-haired kid can do. But with the purple lightning missing in action, you can take this one on your own. See ya. Maybe next time we get a chance to fight, it'll be in somewhere that can take the heat.
Well, McBurn will be a threatening boss fight later. For now, it's just going to be Duvalie.
This is why I hate working with him!
Your partner's not the most reliable one in Ouroboros now, is he?
Damn enforcer statuses.
So? You still intend to take us on even without him?
So, you all think you can make a fool out of me, do you?
Yes.
Come forth! Vanguard F3! Sleipnir!
Archaisms?
They seem pretty well armored. It must be for defending bases.
We may have fought before, but that was a mere taste of what I'm truly.
Duvalie chooses to have mechs so that we can't just have a 1v4.
I am the head knight of the Stormbringer, Duvalie the Swift, and I shall defeat every one of you!
We'll see about that.
Here she comes!
We'll be the ones defeating you.
Now, draw your weapons!
I'll handle it.
Ooh, Fee's front and center for this, so we'll just switch our link to Overdrive.
One, two. Huh? And done.
Got it. Let's get this over with.
Leave it to me! Let's move.
So now that we've done some damage, the Sleipnirs, both of these are level 100 with 76,000 health apiece. Some stats efficiencies are available to us like Seal, Freeze, Burn, Nightmare, and element efficiencies are just 100 across the board. And Duvalie at level 101, yes they are now over level 100 already, fucking hell, 203,010 health. Yeah, that's right, the Scarlet's Soldat really didn't give her much health. A boost. But Duvalie does actually have a bit of a strength against art, so they will do less damage overall. So just keep that in mind as you go about this fight.
Burn to ash. Fall! Now's our chance.
You're done!
I'll handle it. 2. And done. Now.
Got you.
It's my turn.
Well, that doesn't stop us from using Cross Crusade. It doesn't stop us, so... Oh, Ice Band. Oh, that throws them both. That is not what we wanted.
Too slow. My turn. 1, 2. And done. Now.
Got you. Here I go. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
I suppose I should thank you.
Too slow.
Are you okay?
I suppose I should thank you.
Okay. Listen to my song of healing.
I suppose I should thank you.
Let's move. My turn.
Let's switch back to Useless as we go into an overdrive.
Overdrive! Arcane Gale! There!
My turn. Know your place. This is it!
Got you! Let's move! Arcane Gale! Now's our chance! Let's go, everyone! Very well!
Yeah, leave it to me!
There's one step near down. It's gonna do nothing.
2. And done. Got it.
I'll set you up.
My turn! Arcane Gale!
My turn. Good luck.
Understood. Shatter!
Here I go! Here I go! Burn to ash! Fall!
How are you still standing?
Okay. Keep it up, everyone.
I'll handle this.
I feel like a Platinum Shield is a good idea at this point, just to make sure. Because usually when someone starts being like, oh, how dare you, usually means S-Blake. Yep, there we go, S-Blake. Prism Caliber! She turns herself into multiple to start slashing at people. Oh, was Lord just off from actually being able to get the Platinum Shield?
I'm sorry.
Oh no, she actually was just within frame. Okay, and then Rean took the damage for Useless, so even though Useless would have been perfectly fine anyway, so yeah. But anyway, no, Elliot!
Here I go! Burn to ash! Fall!
I'll handle this. Now's our chance. Don't let it pass.
Leave this to me!
Ah, she got the 10. Oh well.
Try and see through this.
Here I go.
Yeah, no, we're not having a confusion occur.
You have my thanks. My turn.
Shatter! Not good enough.
Let's move. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Let's play Doom Waltz.
Thanks.
See if we can knock out Duvalie. Probably not, but it's worth a shot. Ah! No. In the slightest.
I'll handle this.
Let's move. Sit.
Not good enough.
Okay.
Thanks.
I suppose I should thank you.
Try and see through this.
My turn. Holy shit.
Protect us. My turn. Burn to ash. Fall.
Okay. Sorry, can you handle this?
Will do.
You have my thanks. Predictable.
My turn. Holy shit.
Just gonna make sure people have Phantom Shield.
Let's move.
And then carry on our beat down.
Fall. Now's our chance. There.
Leave this to me.
Shatter! Okay. 1, 2. And done.
Very
How
well.
much else is he still on? 43,930. Okay, so this is just
Now's our
taking
chance.
time.
Don't let it pass.
Understood.
Try and see through this.
Here I go. Burn to ash. Fall.
My turn.
Oh, half it done is weaker than others. I actually think switching to Aurelian might be a better option.
Lenny, hammer mode!
An opening. My turn. Shatter. Now's our chance.
No, you don't.
Oh, Poison Caliber. She's wanting to make sure at this point. Oh. Ooh.
My turn.
Dragon.
Burn to ash. Fall.
My turn.
Not good enough.
Let's move. Burn to ash. Fall.
I'll handle this.
I was just shut. Right, okay, right, screw it. Try to intrude. There's a 7 capsule puzzle and an S spike.
Thanks. Gather on my blade. own path.
And we win.
A matter of course.
Level ups. Eustace now will do an almighty attack from atop a horse with Asterion Knight as his S-Break. And Fina has Shadow Brigade. And Variant Beam.
Not bad.
A normal craft. Not everyone needs to get to multiple S-Breaks now, do
Target
they?
rendered powerless. Mission complete.
We were able to overcome her after all, but I wonder, didn't she seem unusually tired?
Ugh. First I disgraced myself in Crossbell, and now here.
To be fair, Dooley does employ a different tactic in Crossbell, and not just go with trying to beat us down with high powerful attacks. So, yeah.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, but...
You've nowhere left to run, Father.
How dare you, Eustace? And you, girl! What do you think you're doing? You will protect me!
Girl?
Nice to know that Duke Capoeira is certainly not that friendly of a person still.
The mission assigned to me was to come and watch this fortress fall. No one ever said anything about protecting you.
Then why did you fight us?
What? Watch this
Will be the
fortress
age-old
fall?
question.
You thought to abandon me the moment you arrived?
Very much so. Those were Duke Cayenne and Lord Rufus's orders, you see. Besides, my lord would never forgive the odious crimes you have committed.
And yet she works for Ouroboros.
Neither can I. You should be weeping with gratitude I haven't taken my sword to you myself.
As far as it would see to see Dooley behead Duke Capoeira where he stands, it wouldn't bring about any form of justice.
Well,
So we're done here.
I'm still
We've
curious who our lord is. but
beaten.
I suppose now isn't the time.
Eustace.
I know.
Ah, fuck that. Okay, right.
Father. No. Your Grace Duke Helmut Albaret. You are hereby under arrest on suspicion of arson and property damage in Keldic.
And murder.
As well as causing harm to the people of Kreutzen. Please, do not attempt to resist.
Well, we did it. We took down Duke Capoeira. And so the battles around Brehard have come to a close. So this does mean that really we've taken out the big strongholds of the Noble Alliance here in Eastern Erebonia. Well, there's not really much more in terms of the Noble Alliance around here. Duke Capoeira and Scully get put onto House of West for the time being, as they were participants on the opposing side. And so the Courageous lands in Brehard, and we get to be in our layover day. Stopover day. On the 26th. We're getting close to the end of this calendar year for Zamoria. Nobles finally aren't too happy about Imperial Army jurisdiction, but well, can't really stop that at the moment. So we actually do have some objectives to do, namely just to see how things are going in Brehard as a whole, and to check on Eustace, see how everything's going on in his house. And we do get bonding points, as Brehard is a necessary stop for us having bonding events. We get 6 to do between the various people, and they're all the same at this point. It's always the same people. There isn't really much change that can occur in terms of the cast. So yeah, we can select any 6 of these and they'll be bonded with, regardless of what I've already may or may not have done in terms of these combat links. Regardless, we are saving here. And thus ends part 21 we did it. We did exactly as I was going to do, which is Orcos 4. It took me nearly 2 hours to get through all of that, so that's fun. And we've nearly hit we need to hit 29 hours and a half, 29 and a half hours. Ooh, nearly 30 hours. This is a long game. Lots of streams have occurred in the time, so that's kind of fun. So anyway, I'm just going to do the shield stuff now. So those on Twitch, hope you enjoyed the live experience. Follow if you like to if you want to get notified when I do stream. I don't have a set schedule or anything, so you know. I do have other playthroughs planned, / I have ongoing that I haven't streamed in a while, just like with Console 2, it's been a couple of days, so, you know. And as for those on YouTube, do all the things you can on that. Like, subscribe, comment, share it with people, you know. Get word out, say, hey, here's a COD Steel 2 playthrough you might enjoy. Obviously, suggest starting with part 1, but, you know. And that's it for now. Next time on Cold Steel we'll do the bonding event, and then we'll be tackling the rest of the shrines. So until then, I'll see you all later. Bye bye.